What's your first memory of Dardsley?
I used to play out trees outside. I used to go past Dardsley 7 days a week when I was a child. I used to go to church on a Sunday past here, and any time I was going down the village to the shop or anything, I used to go past here. So I was basically going past 7 times a week.
Well, my first memory of Dardsley is actually not the house itself, but mainly the orchard and the field at the back, which I used to play in.
Coming with my mother and walking up and thinking, oh dear, what a huge building it is. And I was frightened. I really was.
All I remember is my sisters used to take me for a walk, and they used to stand me on the wall, used to walk me down the wall, top of the wall, and Mr. Brown used to come out and shout at us.
If we were ill, we used to have remedies from the chemist. And then if she really needed the doctors, we came to the doctors. But you had to pay a fee if you came to the doctors. And my father was in the army, and he was away in France, and then he was away in India, and money was tight. But when he was in France, the doctors did waive the fees for the time being.
And did you have any childhood illnesses that meant you had to go to the GP a lot as a child?
Well, I got everything. I don't know, for whatever reason, everybody got everything in them days. Used to have mumps, measles, chicken pox, mainly everything.
Things were a lot more difficult. Dr. Sharples was their doctor, and as I say, he must have known the family, and they used to get to know the families in far more detail. They knew the background to them because they had the time, and they had, that it was there. A doctor was revered then a lot more. If the doctor said something, it was right.
They did have time to spend, plenty of time, because obviously they weren't. Lostock Hall wasn't overpopulated, then, not like it is today. And if you wanted an appointment, I dare say you could get one the same day and that,
But I benefited in, as I say, it was 1948, at the end of the year when I had my accident. I was very badly burned. And what they'd learned through the war about burns and things like that, I was in the hospital and I had to have skin grafts every 10 days. And it saved my life. I wouldn't be here now.
So the NHS has had quite a big impact on your life.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I just think they're being stretched at limits because they're not getting any funding.
So what do you think of Dardsley now that it's being reused as a medical practice, and as somebody who's sort of lived in the local area?
I think it's a wonderful thing, really, and I think because there'll be more room and they'll be able to have different services. I just had to go to a Chorley clinic to have a test because it's not been able to be available here. But Dr. Craven did say that it would in future, that sort of thing will be available here, and I think that's a good thing.
So I'm so glad that it's being used for something else.